text you get.
Hey kid, you with the phone? Turn it down. This is a show. Back in my day, we walked uphill both ways in the snow, just for the thrill. Yeah. Now you're scrolling through your breakfast plate. Can't taste life if you're swiping it away. Oh gosh, shout it at clouds. Turn it up. We're talking too loud.
So we have a theme song. That's awesome.
It's hilarious.
All right, your audio is down. You might have to turn it back up.
What's that?
Audio?
Oh, yeah. Now, can you hear me?
A little bit more.
Oh, I turned on the voice isolation. Maybe that was a mistake. How about
There we
now?
go.
Better?
Yeah, you're good there.
Better? Check 1, 2.
Yep. Perfect. Awesome. Hey, that's cool. We got to like we're becoming official.
Okay. Hey, it's just a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time.
Good morning, Wendy. I was sharing with Brent before we turned things on that I went to a party yesterday, a party that I had not been to in like 25 years, and a golf tournament broke out. And it was when the official start of the golf tournament is actually today. Man, it is meeting in person is alive and well. Like the number of people that were out there for the Pro-Am was absolutely awesome. And it just shows like there's like money is flowing and people are having a good time when they get out with each other. So if you're not having a good time and you haven't been out with other people in a while, figure out a way to go out with other people in a while. Just kind of push yourself out there. Even if you're like, oh, I just kind of like hanging out at home and doing whatever, push yourself out there. Because there are a lot of people out there who are not living on the gram.
As those young kids say.
So anyway, Brent, how you doing?
Yeah, it's always a good time out there. My son still enjoys going, but I haven't gone in a long time. It
had been 25 years. 20, I think 25 years. Might even been like 28 years since the last time I was there. It's very, very different place.
It's out of control. Out of control, I tell you. It's mayhem. Absolutely.
Mayhem. Well, you get to watch it. You get to watch it, on your favorite golf app over the course of the next couple of days. And if anybody has ever wondered what the weather is like for Brent and me, just watch the Open. And you'll enjoy.
Watch some clips. Just Google 16th hole U.S. Open.
That's not U.S. Open.
Sorry. Yeah.
That would be funny if the U.S. Open was out there with all of this.
It's good. But hey, we got some news for everybody today.
Let's dive in.
Let's dive in. We don't have any news music yet. I didn't get a chance to hook that up this morning. But anyways, good morning, capability builders and skill gap fillers. It's February 5th, and if you haven't updated your skills taxonomy in the last 20 minutes, you're basically teaching people how to use a rotary phone. I'm Brent. That's Mike. And we're giving you the news this morning.
That's perfect. Hey, what's a rotary phone?
I don't know. I need to get quicker at making the graphics to accompany these stories.
You get a little animation that comes through and just have it goes and just kind of works its way through.
Yeah, perfect. Anyways, the top story today is about OpenAI. I'm shocked. AI has gone full Big Brother, but like in a helpful HR way. Yesterday, OpenAI launched OpenAI Signals, a massive data portal designed to track how Gen AI is actually being used in the global workforce. Chris Lahane, their chief global affairs officer, says they want to democratize AI and be first to the truth. L&D fam, this is huge. For years, we've been guessing how people use AI. Now the data is coming for us. If your introduction to ChatGPT course is still teaching people how to write a haiku about a cat, you're in trouble. We need to use this data to inform real workforce policy and training before the disruption turns into a demolition. Anything new to comment on that, or
not necessarily new, but like I think I still like the jokes. I think I saw yesterday, and I don't know how real this is, but somebody was talking about an announcement that Google had made around Gemini, with Gemini learning and using it as a way to help people learn. Which I haven't gone deep into it yet, other than when I opened up Gemini just now. One of the options is under this, where do we start? It's, create an image, write anything, help me learn, create a video, boost my day, kind of thing. Like, so little nudges that I get is, we're going to nudge the human to go do some things, because sometimes it sucks looking at a blank paper, right? You're like, oh, where do I start? And I like blank stuff. Like I like a blank canvas, a blank whiteboard, even though I've got some stuff up there from yesterday, the KPI stuff. But anyhow, I think it's cool to see and hear different perspectives of what the evolution is and what the breaking news is from day to day. And what I expect is people, as you're listening to this and as everybody kind of engages in this, are going to start to say, okay, well, you know what, I get to play and I get to do what I want with this thing now. And I can use it however it is, however I want to use it. Like, there's not a right way or wrong. Like the whole, hey, you should not use AI to write your post. Who the fuck are you? Like, what do you mean I shouldn't do this? You can choose.
that people make on other people on LinkedIn.
It's insane. It's insane. It's all, but at the same time, there was one kind of already getting the squirrel thing happening this morning, but there was one the other day where somebody on X posted this thing, and it was basically, I have an agent that writes my stuff, comments on other people's stuff, and replies to other people's comments. and we're like, oh, okay. So now instead of Moltbook, the agents are just going to start hanging out in LinkedIn. Like, I mean, that's literally when AI jumps the shark, is when the agents all start hanging out in LinkedIn.
Aren't they already?
Huh?
Aren't they already?
Well, they're there, but it's yeah. I guess you're right. I guess they're already there. So
I've never been to this portal yet. I don't know if anybody else has, but it would be interesting if anybody in the chat has seen this portal, this Open AI Signals.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I'm going to paste it into the Slack group.
I'm looking it up right now.
But yeah, it's interesting to me that it would be OpenAI that has decided to be first to the truth, quote unquote.
Yeah, well.
And that they are going to try to be democratizing AI. I wonder if this is in response to the way people view all of the AIs, including Grok, and everybody leans more towards Grok if they want a clear and unbiased perspective.
It's well, that's that's the other part. Like everybody will be like, clear and unbiased perspective from the perspective of whom? Like and this is the, and I get, I mean, we can get political or avoid the politics or either one of those things. We'll just watch the chat and kind of see how things go. But if you are in a mode where you're taking what other things tell you, whether it's signals or Gemini or whatever, you're taking it and you're using it as your perspective without thinking about doing some critical thinking, then kind of what are you doing? You're just kind of you're doing the bidding of
you're learning. You're learning how to you're learning and you're growing up somehow, and we're watching everybody in the process.
Yeah.
I think the part that's confusing to me is it feels like AI mixed up a couple stories. So, but then as I read this, and of course, this is the danger of letting AI be the executive producer and us just doing a blind read every morning. I like the thrill of it, so we're going to keep doing it. But it's hard to tell sometimes if AI goofed or not. So we've only given it so many. It has to take these stories and cram them down into small news type bites. So for us to get the full idea. So there's a difference, I think, between what it thinks is important to L&D, because that's what I've asked it to look for as far as news goes, and what's happening. So it might be trying to fit the square peg in the round hole, but I don't know. So the part that I think works is a massive data portal designed to track how Gen AI is actually being used in the global workforce. So how are people using generative AI or Gen AI, whatever OpenAI wants to call it, in the workforce? But then it kind of goes off the rails, picking this quote from Chris Lehane, their chief global affairs officer, that says they want to democratize AI and be first to the truth. Kind of starts to skew the story a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it's, for years we've been guessing how people use AI. Now the data is coming for us. If your introduction to ChatGPT course is still teaching people how to write a haiku about a cat, you're in trouble. We need to use this data to inform real workforce policy and training before the disruption turns into a demolition. So here's my question. If somebody wants to read the actual article, are the signals that OpenAI is getting from the quote unquote workforce, are you allowed to install this thing, OpenAI signals, as part of your corporate enterprise platform version of OpenAI, and you only get the signals of your workforce? Or is this OpenAI gathering all of the data from all of the corporations and businesses using OpenAI, and they're providing the data for how it's being used inside the enterprise to everyone?
So I went through it. I did a quick read of it, and as it gets to the end, it shows that being led by a chief economist, and is expected to go live later this month. So it's not live yet, at least according to this.
Well,
so
we'll see.
Yeah, I get. We will see. The people read. The other thing that'd be nice is if we could see the actual LinkedIn post. So I'm going to look for it, but the link inside that article just takes you to other articles. It doesn't actually take you to Chris's piece. So,
well, anyway. Yeah, I don't mean to dig too deep and get too philosophical about our very first story of the day, but that's it just got me thinking. I think it's a good story. Well, and it's kind of cool that it pulled something that it hasn't launched yet. I think it's kind of cool. Anyways, let's move on to the next story. Next up, we have a tech reality check. A new report is sounding the alarm on the AI productivity paradox. It turns out AI tools are scaling faster than human learning systems. We're saving time on writing emails, but losing it all on checking and rework because our staff doesn't actually know how to quality control the robots yet. Consulting firms are already cutting junior hiring because the AI does the junior work. But who's going to be the senior later? If you aren't shifting from delivering content to orchestrating capability, you aren't an L&D professional. You're a librarian in a hurricane. Switch to Kiki Switch or whatever AI migration tool you need, but get your platforms updated.
What do you think?
Sounds like somebody's trying to sell something. And I think we've talked about this before. I don't think there's anything new here.
No.
Everything's going fast, blah, 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 AI, blah, 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 blah. Humans are idiots, blah, 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 blah. We're firing the entry-level people because AI is doing the work, blah, 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 blah.
I think we should do a Mad Libs version of a news story. Just be like, all right, just put it through and be like, okay, in the Slack channel, list out your noun. You pick a noun and pick a verb, and then whatever, and then we just insert it into the news story and see how close we are to the breaking AI news.
See if we can figure it out.
That'll be our news algorithm.
It is interesting to look at the sources for these two because it does kind of give it away, right?
Yeah,
sure. For that last one, it was from Learning News. Learning becomes the constraint on AI productivity. And then also from Learning News 2 days prior, Thrive launches Kiki Switch.
That's awesome.
So I think it was a paid ad that got sucked into the news somehow.
I wonder at what point do we have our first listener or viewer or watcher or participant in this whole thing have their own news story? Like they just kind of figured out how to get it out there in the news. So then we're like, according to Craig Seibert, learning styles are making a comeback. We'd be like, oh, yeah, let's go.
New science says that they are legit. Yeah, all right. Now let's talk about the compliance nightmare again. A fresh talent LMS survey shows 45% of employees think compliance training is disconnected from real life. And get this, the DOJ just handed out a $1 million award to an antitrust whistleblower. $1 million. That's enough to buy a small island or at least 3 high-end VR headsets for the office. If your compliance training is just a next click next snooze fest about not taking bribes in a trench coat, your employees aren't going to report misconduct to you. They're going to report it to the DOJ for a payday. We need realistic scenarios, people. Make them sweat. Make them sweat. So there you go. It's inferring some interesting things, which I think is curious about AI.
What do you mean?
Well, it's taken these 2 articles.
Yeah.
The one about employees say compliance training is disconnected from real life and that the DOJ is giving whistleblowers $1 million. And what it's inferring from all of that is your employees now, if they see wrongdoing, they're not going to report it to you because they were trained so well on how to spot it. They're just going to go straight to the DOJ because they want $1 million.
Wow. Yeah.
So I think that's why AI is taking it so seriously. We need realistic scenarios. It's got it in bold. We need realistic scenarios, people. Make them sweat. So I'd be curious the day that happens, besides the person that's already got $1 million. I'd be curious what company that's from. It's on the JD Supra site, if anybody wants to go check that one out. Finally, our industry spotlight is in pharmaceuticals again.
Wow.
The future of pharma is moving toward AI-guided R&D, but the ILX group warns that digital literacy is now a life or death skill for biopharma teams. We aren't just training sales reps anymore. We are training scientists to work in networked innovation ecosystems. If you're in pharma L&D, you need to be teaching data confidence and human-centered thinking, because when the AI predicts the next vaccine, you still need a human who knows how to talk to a patient without sounding like a malfunctioning toaster.
What's a malfunctioning toaster sound like?
I'm not sure. Have you ever had a malfunctioning toaster?
Yeah, but I don't remember it ever making any noise.
Yeah, it just makes smoke.
It just didn't turn on. Like the elements didn't heat up.
It just, you didn't get your toast. I'm so sorry, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the things that I think is super interesting, or at least something that I'm learning through this process and listening to the stories and listening to the writing, knowing that it's the machine that's doing the writing, is the arc of the story. It's kind of like this, hey, we're going to give you something, and then we're going to say, if you're doing this, ooh, that's me. Then you need to go do this, right? Like, and there's just this transition that's happening throughout the thing that's consistent, which, in the spirit of me learning, it helps inform me on, hey, rather than just getting to the meat of what I'm talking about, maybe I have to take people on a journey. Yeah,
I believe you do. I believe that's a great way to do it, Mike. It's a great idea. I believe we all should be taking a journey, and I believe we are taking journeys together as we learn how to deal with this AI stuff, but hopefully in a fun way. And hopefully people aren't as freaked out about AI, because you're not alone. You can hang out live with Mike and Brent every morning, Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. Eastern time.
On the great space coaster of old
well, we've got a cutting room floor show today for you, because obviously our other show elements didn't work out quite so well.
No.
I will add to your point, though. In the instructions for this, for the executive producer, I did inform it to, after finding and selecting the top stories that fit the requirements, to explain how it applies to L&D professionals. So I think I kind of forced that arc.
Got it.
But basically that means it's doing a good job, and it's reading my instructions, and it hasn't decided to ignore me yet. So that's good.
That's another phase of iteration.
That's when the agentic AI comes in and says, hey, you guys go to the open. I got this. Oh, well, the cutting room floor, ShermTech 2026 announcement, flagship conference in Mumbai set for May. Skillsoft Percipio platform GA, new AI native skills management features. I'm shocked. L&D Free Spirits virtual conference, new event for freelancers in March 2026. Coursera Udemy merger rumors, bite-sized news bulletin mentions. The rumors are real. I don't think they're rumors anymore.
No, it already happened, right?
Yeah, it already happened. So whatever the bite-sized news bulletin is, maybe it's a monthly newsletter of somebody's that the AI finally scraped up. Yeah. I don't know. University of Michigan Discovery Learning AI. It's a tool that predicts battery life using 5% of usual energy. Kaiser nurses strike. 31,000 healthcare workers on strike in California. UK, US, Australia AI lag. Coursera report shows English-speaking nations lagging in Gen AI skill surge. Totara version 20, new compliance and skills gap identification features. White Space Pharma Research, PwC report on reversing organ decline. Clearest acquires Julebug, sustainability engagement behavior-driven platform news. Okay. Is it just me, or is today's just our executive producer totally screwed up?
I think they went to the open. Like, they were
I think our producer is hungover. I think that's what it is. I'm gonna say, let's see. Find a story about authoring tool software companies that applies to L&D.
Is there something specific that you know that's been announced, or something that's happened where you want to see it catch it, or are you just interested? Like, what's the?
Well, I started thinking about it yesterday. I've noticed that I thought it would just, the way that I worded the instructions for what type of content to go look for, I thought it would find more stories about all the software companies that are out there, and it would it would bring in those stories, like Articulate announces new feature set or whatever. But it seems to skip all of those companies but goes straight to the bigger companies. Like every once in a while it'll mention Skillsoft and some of those, the bigger companies and whatnot, that are often considered more HR. But anyways, all right, so here we go. Oh man, did it rewrite the whole entire thing?
Oh, it re-gave you the script for the show?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, hey, let's just go through it.
Well, I've got one too. What jumps out at you as you're reading through it?
Good morning, storyboarding superstars and trigger logic wizards. It's February 5th, and if your course still uses a stock photo of people high-fiving in an office, you're officially retro. Our breaking news: Articulate has officially turned your script into a voice actor. In their massive Q2 25-26 rollout, Articulate 360 launched an AI assistant that doesn't just draft text, it generates lifelike narration in seconds. L&D pros: the days of begging your coworker Susan from accounting to record a voiceover in a broom closet are over. You can now choose from thousands of AI voices, filterable by age and gender, and it even generates alt text for accessibility. It's faster, cheaper, and honestly, the AI doesn't sneeze mid-sentence.
Oh, that's good.
And there's more. So it's interesting. It rewrote all of the different segments, but specifically to authoring tools. So what was yours? What was your story?
So Craig in the Slack channel said, "Are you saying that quote matter?" End quote. Question.
Hey, I would never say such a thing because you're wrong.
What if you said? What if you just said today is February 5th. 1997. run
What would the news have been for the day?
Yeah, in this context. Let's see if we could do that.
Okay. In the context of L&D, what would? Oh no.
Yeah, because we want to use the same structure of the show.
Right.
I mean,
In
we're
the
just,
context
we're
of
testing
L&D,
stuff as we go through it.
today is February 5th, 95?
Sure. For those of you who are new to the show, we usually don't have as much silence with Brent typing as we go through. We're messing around. We're trying to decide, do we need to replace our producer?
Well, let's see if he can post what
Rated Ed this morning.
1995 would have been like. I think he's listening to me and he's working harder. I think that's what's happening.
Oh, you think
And
that's
yes, by the way, Craig, the background behind me is not Boris. It is Frazetta. Frank Frazetta.
Yeah. All right, Craig's got another comment. I'm going to read this one out loud just so that we have a Slack channel that we're working on to help kind of keep the conversation going. And the conversation goes beyond the hour that we're together here every morning, Monday through Thursday at 6 o'clock in the morning for Brent and I, Mountain Time, 8 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time. There'll be just shares that'll happen throughout the day and over the course of the week inside the weekly chat that relate to stuff that we were talking about on the show or stuff that we're working on in our roles or in our business. So there'll be links that continue to persist. Here's Craig's comment. Speaking of, I tried the trend everyone is using to make their caricature. I guess I need to retrain my GPT. I want to see, Craig, you got to show us it. Like now I want to know.
Yeah, I tried to do it too. And I tried to do it in Gemini though, and not Chat GPT.
Yeah.
And all Gemini did was ask me questions. It like gave me this whole laundry list. It's like, hey, I could totally do that for you, but I can't do it really good unless you answer all these questions. I'm like, I don't have time for that. Everybody else said all they did was just copied and pasted this stupid one sentence thing in. Hey, I think that's good, Craig. I dig it.
Craig is rocking the kettlebells.
Nice. I dig the Les Paul in the background.
Yeah.
Rare figures. Question everything. No BS. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I loved Wendy's too. Hers was pretty awesome. I didn't even realize what she was talking about until I got into LinkedIn after the show yesterday, and I saw Cassie Labori was the one that launched that particular trend or meme or theme or whatever.
So what's the thing? So while you read the news from 1995.
Oh, this is good. I was scanning it while you were chatting, telling people about the Slack channel.
What's the prompt I need to throw in here?
Oh, go find Cassie. Go look up Cassie Labori on LinkedIn. I don't remember what it is, unless Craig has quick access to it and he can paste it in.
Yeah. All right. So what do we got? What happened in 1995?
Oh, this is good. Okay, here we go.
This is
I'm gonna try to sound younger. The CD-ROM explosion, the World Wide Web, and the new federal sentencing guidelines. No, now I just sound like a trans. Okay, here we go. Good morning, training coordinates. Coordinates. Let me start over. Good morning, training coordinators and video disc visionaries. It's February 5th, 1995. If you haven't defragmented your hard drive this morning, are you even working? I'm your producer, and this is the L&D Morning Brief. Our top story, Is the Laserdisc dead? Industry insiders are reporting a massive surge in multimedia CD-ROMs. We're talking 650 megabytes of raw power, folks. Forget the overhead projector. If your 1995 training budget doesn't include a double-speed CD-ROM drive, you might as well be teaching with a stone tablet. L&D professionals, this is the information superhighway in a jewel case. We can now combine video, audio, and branching text without changing a giant silver platter every 10 minutes. It's interactive multimedia, and if you don't learn how to author for it, you'll be stuck in the classroom while the rest of us are living in the digital future. In tech and innovation, there is a new browser in town called Netscape Navigator. It's been out for 2 months, and some futurists claim we will eventually deliver training through this World Wide Web. Personally, I think it's a fad. Who wants to wait 5 minutes for a picture of a cat to download at 14.4 kilobytes per second? But keep an eye out for it. If HTML, in quotes, becomes a real thing, we might actually have to stop mailing floppy disks to our regional offices. Imagine that, training without a postage stamp. Now for a compliance alert. The U.S. federal sentencing guidelines are officially putting the development in L&D. Since the 91 update, corporations are realizing that if they don't have an effective ethics program, the government is going to throw the book at them. L&D pros, compliance is the new buzzword. You need to prove your employees actually watched the sexual harassment VHS tape. This isn't just feel-good training anymore. This is about keeping the CEO out of a jumpsuit. It's time to move from instructional design to risk mitigation. Finally, our industry spotlight, high-tech manufacturing. With Windows 95 looming on the horizon for later this year, the demand for end-user training is about to explode. If your staff still thinks a mouse is a rodent, you have 6 months to fix it. The start button is coming, people. It's going to change everything. Start prepping your intro to Windows manuals now and make sure you have enough toner for the handouts. That's the show for February 5th, 1995. Don't forget to turn off your monitors before you leave. Screen burn-in is real, folks. I've been your producer. Now go find a phone line and get to surfing. That was a brilliant idea, Mike. We're going to have to do that.
What's your takeaway? What's your takeaway from it? Like, so when you listen to it, you kind of go through it. We went through the arc of the news. What'd you notice?
Some things never change. Same stories, different tech.
I mean, there's beauty in consistency, right?
Yeah.
So then you choose, okay, well, which parts of it do I get frustrated with? Which parts do I lean into? And how do we kind of go along? If you've got a favorite year, let us know in the comments, and we will we'll put it into our randomizer, and we'll every once in a while
we'll throw it in. You know what's cool about this? I'm going to use this for my webinar that I'm doing for e-learning brothers in April. Cool. On the past 5 decades of L&D and why you need to understand it. So this will be good. I could do it news broadcast style. Yeah, this is good. This gives me all sorts of ideas. We'll do this. So maybe we should do this. I think it'd be fun to do this just like one day out of the week. So if we pick a day that's like our Wayback Machine, like we'll get a theme song for it and everything.
Give us some years. Give us some years. Like I want to hear from folks who are listening and are engaging. Either just drop it in the Slack channel or drop it in the comments. What year you'd like us to go to? And we can have a little bit of fun with this one.
Yes. Craig, did you hear that I played your theme song this morning? I don't know if you were on early enough, but.
God, do you remember all of that stuff? This is awesome. Wendy taking us back.
Sign here, yeah. And scan and file the sign in roster. Oh my gosh.
Well,
Yeah.
make sure you put the CD-ROM in that little like magical sleeve that reduces the number of scratches and all that other kind of stuff, so that you don't get this
The
skip.
anti-scratch sleeve. I love that it referred to the jewel case. Hey Jim, how's it going? Yeah, you know what? It's why we go back to the Wayback Machine. Super fun.
That's a good one. That'll be fun. 2001 will be a good one. So yeah, we'll have a little bit of fun with this, and
oh yeah, we've got a whole.
we make that part of our like Throwback Thursday kind of thing every once in a while.
I'll use these. I'll use my backgrounds, my newsroom backgrounds. I did a whole bunch of them, and Craig noticed this is the guy, it's Frank Frazetta, that did the artwork for the Molly Hatchet albums. And why can't I get what I need to open up? There we go. I also did one for Ed Roth, just out of anybody remember this artwork?
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you're mirrored, you're flipped around, but that's yeah, that's cool.
Oh well. And then I also did this one. Popular artists of the 80s. Well, Ed Roth was probably more 70s, but
there we go.
Good
Now
times.
you have to have popular art for the throwback date that we go back to.
No, totally. I'll find some good stuff. I'll keep these for now, though. I like these. So I like them without text, but
yeah.
Anyways, it'll work out. But so yeah. So we're doing this AI hackathon, folks that are still watching. Do we know we're doing it on the 18th at 8 a.m. Mountain Time, maybe 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll just be live streaming it. If you want to be a participant, you need to reach out to myself or to Mike, or you can reach out to Craig or Wendy as well. Somebody that's been connected to us. Or if you want to jump in the Slack group and join us there. If you're enjoying this, Jim, and you want to hang out with us on a regular basis and hang out with the goofiness, let us know, and we'll invite you into the Slack room for the deeper background conversations. But anyway, so the hackathon, when's it happening, Mike?
February 18th, 10 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock for us here in Mountain Time Zone, 7 o'clock Pacific. And the plan, at least right now, is going to be to run it for 90 minutes. We're going to have 4 people bring their AI tool of choice, work out loud with us based on a scenario that we give them, a challenge we give them, and we get to see how they work through the challenge, what ends up happening with each of the tools as we go through it. Very, very limited instructions other than the specific scenario that they're working through, and then everybody gets to create on their side. And what I would suggest is bring your own tool too and work on it on your side, and then share what you're seeing in the chat and in the comments as we go through it. We're gonna run the hackathon and just see what we can learn from each other and see where we go from there. That'll be on.
And Craig and Wendy are gonna be our first 2 participants, but we'd like to have 2 more.
Right.
And I don't remember which tools they've selected to be the users of. So we need to know what the remaining 2 tools are that we need to find somebody that's pretty good at it. You know, we'd rather not have somebody that's like brand new to a tool, like you just signed up for it just to be a part of this hackathon. We'd really like to have some folks, at least that we put live on screen, that have at least some experience. Nobody's really an expert at any of this stuff yet, but you've you've been in a particular tool, and that has been your tool of choice for a few months or whatever, and you've gotten pretty good at it. And maybe not mastery. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to know everything about it. Just be good enough to be able to work with it and to try it out. We're not looking for perfection at all, because learning happens when we're all just messing up and trying things out and failing endlessly. So that's what we're hoping to do.
Brent, where can people find you?
LinkedIn is always the best place to do it these days.
Craig, thanks for dropping those links in there. Same thing. Find me on LinkedIn. I'm out there. You can also find your Catalyst at findmycatalyst.com. Wendy is going to do Copilot. Craig will be doing ChatGPT. So we've got 2 open slots and many tools out there. So grab your slot.
What could the other 2 options be? We either need somebody to do Gemini and somebody to use Perplexity, maybe.
Yeah, I think that works. But let's see. Let's just see. Like raise your hand. Let us know what tool you're using, have been using for a while, and what you want to bring to the challenge. And yeah, I mean, there's a couple of other ones. I mean, you've got Grok that's out there. You've got Claude. So I like there are a couple of different ones that you can go out there and use, and let's see where things go. I know we had some back and forth with Shannon Tipton, who might participate. I don't know on that side. Shannon, if you're watching or listening, let us know on that side. But yeah, let's see what we can do to help people learn and see the tool in action, and then go from go forward from there.
Yeah, I mean, people seem to really like reading what other folks have done, and created, right? Like a sharing out loud sort of thing. But to me, it's always after the fact. It's like, hey, I built this really cool thing. Here's how I did it, and here's all of the stuff. I think this will be way more fun, because we're just going to do it in real time, and everyone's going to be working through the problem together. So, and everybody else that's just watching is going to be able to share in the experience in the chat. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good time, good learning experience. So tell your friends. Do we have a landing page yet, or an event created in LinkedIn yet?
I do not know. I'm meeting with Jen a little bit later today. I'll ask her if any of that stuff has come out. I know we've got a Google Doc, so we've got a doc with some words in it. We will get before we go live next week. We'll have a landing page and be able to start directing folks to it and get it in your calendars. But you mark your calendar, block the time now. Still got a couple of weeks, so make sure you save the time.
Perfect.
All right.
Now we can go.
I'll see you next week after I go defrag my Windows 95 machine. Might take a little bit of time. Do you remember that? The visualization of what the defrag was happening? Like, have you actually done anything with a computer if you've not watched the defrag process?
Yeah.
Wow, Craig already throwing shade at Microsoft. Man, Craig, that wasn't very nice. All right. All right.